From my personal observation, I can tell that most people that are in a long-term relationship assume that their relation is going to last forever. Just like that, without any maintenance. Who needs that? But in practice, most relationship declines in quality after several years and then just collapse, and there's a breakup or divorce, to a great surprise for at least one side. So today I'm going to speak about 6 signs that will tell you that your relationship is about to end. 1. You are fighting a lot. It is said that there must be a regular fight in every relationship, but it's not true. There are couples who almost never argue, and it's worth striving for such a state. Arguments on a regular basis are a symptom that none of you has mastered the art of communication very well yet, which is an absolute basis if you think about creating a happy relationship for many years to come. And there is no point in blaming your partner. Controlling the way to communicate with each other is easy to compare to flying. If both pilots are experienced and rested, there is minimal chance of a catastrophe. But in order to fly happily, the skills of only one pilot will suffice. A catastrophe is not avoided only when each pilot only thinks he can fly, but in fact he has a constant series of accidents. 2. You do not show affection towards each other. Apparently it is worse than it was at the beginning of the relationship. The words "I love you" are very rare or even non-existent anymore. You hug less often, don't kiss each other to say goodbye anymore, and don't hold hands while being on a walk. It is obvious that such a thing indicates weakening of a relationship, and yet the most common strategy that people choose is to wait. And with time it gets only worse. The atmosphere thickens. Even if it gets better for some time, there is no more tenderness. In such a situation, I strongly advise not to wait any longer. If something is to change on its own, it will only change for the worse. 3. You don't go to bed with each other anymore, or it happens very rarely to you. Although there are many exceptions to this rule, and if it's the only symptom, there is probably nothing to worry about because the decrease in libido can be caused by many other things. However, if you see other symptoms of reduced interest and you have not had sex for a long time, there is clearly something wrong with your relationship and it is worth looking at it more closely. 4. You are not friends anymore. If you don't want to share with your partner what is going on in your life and you see that your partner doesn't do it as well, it means that the friendly bond between you and your partner is dying. And this is the foundation of a mature relationship. Monotony is not manifested in a constant staying at home, but a lack of deep conversations. If each of you lives their own life and you don't spend quality time together to enjoy your relationship, this is another symptom that shows that your relationship is slowly falling apart. 5. Suddenly all plans for the future were silenced. Not only for the distant one, but even the closer one. The topic of buying a flat, which you talked about a lot earlier, is completely silent. There is no longer any question of starting or enlarging a family, and when you raise the subject, you hear some vague excuses. Even planning holiday is already a problem. This is another quite strong symptom of the fact that the breakup is really close. 6. More and more often the words breakup or divorce are used. Once it was unthinkable, and recently it appears in every bigger argument. This is not a coincidence, but another symptom that your partner is already thinking about one of those options. The more symptoms that I've described today you see in your relationship, the worse, but even if you see just one of them, then it's worth to do something about it and not just wait. And if you want to learn what you can do to improve the quality of your relationship, then go to my online training which I run frequently at relations.robertmarchal.com. And for more videos like this, please subscribe. See you soon. Robert Marchal.